Hey, what's up? I'm Roller Coaster Rider,
Hi, I'm Kay.
and this is our long.
Overdue.
No one really waited. But here's part 3 of our Japan adventures.
2018, yeah.
Yeah, this one is the what is the episode called? Looping spinning coaster, uh, diving coaster, and hold on, let me 1 second.
Right here.
Looping spinning coaster, underwater coaster, and a bullet train.
All right.
That's right. This was the day where I did the one of the things I was looking forward to, an infamous bullet train.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we go to Tokyo Joypolis, where Andrew Hyde described it best. It's Tokyo Disney Quest by Sega, but updated. So if it was built like now or like 4 years ago, this is probably what it would be like. Where it has a lot of VR simulated rides, VR simulated attractions, a lot of screen stuff. If Universal was to build a third park, this is what it would be.
I don't know about that.
Oh, no, it isn't. There's not 3D.
Yeah.
There's not 3D glasses.
Oh, okay.
So anyway,
This is a coaster built by Gerstlauer.
yeah, it's it was called, what is it, Spin Bullet, I think? But, it gets rethemed every couple of years, so now it's called the Geekon Live Coaster. I think that's how you say it.
Gekian.
It's a launched Gerstlauer spinning coaster.
In not much room.
Yeah.
Indoor building.
Problem is, it has Gerstlauer over the shoulder restraints, and those are not very nice to humans.
Tall or broad-shouldered, large humans.
Anyone who's been on Mystery Mind, you know what I'm talking about. This one was weird. I was in the front row, and it was like, they were like, "Sir, you can't ride." So then I was like, "Let me just try it in the back row." They were like, "Okay, if you would like to try it, that is okay."
They weren't French.
I don't really have that many dialects, so.
They were Japanese.
Well, sir, maybe you'd like to try to sit in the back row. Better? Good on, Maud.
I don't know.
Maybe you should sit in the back row, okay?
Okay. I think you're
I'm
covering
sorry.
all
I'm
the
sorry.
dialects of the people that were on the trip. Okay.
Yeah. There were British people on the trip?
I don't know.
There were French
Australian?
people on the trip?
I don't know.
So anyway,
Just covering
I wasn't
conversation.
able to fit in the front row, so then I decided, I was like, no, I'm gonna try to sit in the back row. And I was able to sit in the back row, and they were just going, Japan isn't very in extreme about full train capacities on their rides and roller coasters. And because I knew that there was still like a 40-minute wait after me, I was like, no, there are 2 other people. Let them ride. It's okay. I'm not gonna sue.
Which they probably wouldn't know what you were talking about.
So they did let 2 people get on the ride. So I was still essentially riding it by myself in the back row. It starts off kind of like Spider-Man if Universal cut the budget. So it's like a screen that you're watching as it goes through the ride at the beginning. It's interactive, but I have no idea how to score or who won. Then you get launched, and then you go through a turn, and then you do a 360-degree barrel roll upside down above people. I was hoping that it was going to be like completely no restriction, but safety conscious Japan had to put a safety net.
Oh, well. You did get on it, so...
Yeah. And then you go back in, and it does some more like traditional roller coaster turns and drops and stuff, and then the ride's over. Can I have the map for a second?
Sure.
Okay. Talk for a second. Explain how you got that.
Yes, this little guy. Like we were saying, it's an indoor amusement park, and so it's got a lot of games that you can play and win prizes and that. So the first thing I won was a minion which I gave to JJ because she loves Minions. And then I won this guy, Nightmare Before Christmas. So after I won both of them, and this other gentleman from Australia was trying to get Snoopy, and he was spending a lot more money than I did, but it was fun just to do it. And you had to use like this claw would come down and like have to push it through these bars. So you had to direct the claw by moving a lever to the left and then moving it forward, and then it would like push it down between like bars and that. It wasn't the easiest thing to do, but I was very surprised that I won two of them. And then we had to, since we took food with us because of all of my food allergies, we had to make sure that we ate all of our food
Yeah.
so that both of these guys would fit in our luggage coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Because we mostly had carry-on size for checked, and then we had backpacks on board the plane. So we weren't taking all that much room because we were going to mostly get magnets and small type souvenirs and things like that. So
Yeah, this is a
we had
park.
to make room for two of these guys.
This is a park I kind of
Yay!
wish we had more time at. Like, I don't know, but whatever.
Well, they had that one thing that everybody was doing. What was
It was
that?
the Half Pipe Tokyo.
Yeah. Excuse me. My nose is itchy. It's very
So-
dry.
We did. So then, while Kay was playing games, I was, doing some of the VR attractions. That's why I wanted to, with the help of this wonderful map, I was able to remember what I did. I did the Wild River, the treasure hunt. The way on how I would describe it is if Universal Studios built Jurassic Park nowadays, and if Legend and Drew the Intern from In the Loop designed the water effects.
Because they don't like water rides, right?
They don't like getting wet.
Oh, okay.
Or really water rides, I guess. This is probably what it would be like. You are in a boat, and then you go forward, and you're pretty much just rocking back and forth in a building. You got a screen. The screen is not as tall as it probably should be. Like, for example, you see the screen, how it goes all the way, it goes all the way to here. Imagine it maybe about like here. Or no, maybe like here. So it's like you can see the top of the screen. So I was like, and I'm kind of tall, so I was intentionally just like slouching down, like trying to just pretend that I couldn't really see the edges, but it was like extremely obvious. You get a little wet, but not really. And then I went on the Wild Jungle Brothers, where the way I would describe it is if Universal Studios replaced Shrek with a knockoff Indiana Jones. Because that's what it is. It's another screen, shake you up in a box, where it's basically a knockoff Indiana Jones. You go to like a temple, there's a jewel, there's a bunch of stuff. I think you're even in a car similar to an Indiana Jones Explorer Enhanced Motion Vehicle. I think that's what EMV stands for. There's a lot more stuff that I wish I could have done. Should we talk about the Dippin' Dots or no?
Oh.
Should we?
Everybody was so thrilled to try and spend a little bit of money there,
Yeah.
and they would not open up Dippin' Dots early.
And they gave us a coupon for Dippin' Dots. So
Yeah.
I was like, can we redeem these at another store, at another place, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Can I exchange them for a game or a magnet or something?
Yeah.
But this is something that it should exist at more parks. I could easily see like Chicago being totally fine with something like this. I could see
Well, it was 3 levels.
Yeah, but it wasn't that big. It wasn't even like an acre.
Maybe. Okay.
They could take
should
out
we...
they could take out 2 stores in Gurney Mills and put this in.
But you would have to have it tall.
Have it replace the closed Toys R Us.
Oh, over there. Okay.
I
But
said
Toys R Us wasn't 2 stories tall. You need 2 to 3 stories because remember we walked up.
you could probably make it in 1 floor or two. Or
Okay. But I thought the coaster went up and around.
it did.
Okay. So that's
What
Tokyo
next?
Joypolis.
Okay, next up is Yokohama Cosmoworld. Yama Yama.
Yama yama yama.
This park, I wish I had a picture of it, but it has a really weird mascot. It's a mascot that essentially, if you took like a smiley face emoji, made it like tan or cardboard brown, and then put like red, orange, and yellow, blue, and green dots all around it like a Ferris wheel, that's who it is. It's Cosmo, the mascot of Yokohama Cosmoworld.
Okay.
And they have like, I think, a 370-foot tall Ferris wheel. Okay, did you do it?
No.
Would you have?
No.
You did the one in...
There were Ferris wheels all over the place.
Yeah, me and a guy, we have our theories about it. It was... I'll say it right now, even though it was at, Hagashiyama Zoo, I think that's what the name of the park was. My theory was that because Japan is very safety conscious when it comes to weather, that the Ferris wheels can operate in any weather. So whether it's rain, windy, or snowing, that's why. And his theory was, Japan doesn't really allow intimate affection in public.
Right.
So
hugging and things like that.
So basically, his theory is that Ferris wheels are used for making out. I could see that too.
Yeah, there were a lot of Ferris wheels throughout.
Yeah, like pretty
Tokyo.
much every park had a big Ferris wheel.
Well, even places that weren't a park had Ferris wheels.
Yeah, like they were just like
Downtown or towards the where the port was and
it's like
stuff like that.
It's like here's a flower shop and a 400-foot tall Ferris wheel.
Okay, so get engaged, buy your flowers, and go on the Ferris wheel.
It's like, okay. So they were like in the middle of nowhere where it was pretty interesting, but
Did you do all 3 coasters there? Is that the one that we had to walk over across the way for the banana?
So the first one that I went on was the spinning coaster at Yokohama Cosmoworld. Spinning coaster is pretty much just a typical Revicon, Zamperla, spinning wild mouse. You've seen them probably.
Probably.
Then I went on the diving coaster Vanish.
Weren't you in pain after that?
Yes. It's okay. However, the problem is that it has over-the-shoulder restraints, which are very painful, and it's made from...
Who makes it? Senyo?
Senyo. What else have
Senyo Kagyo? It says it's a kid's family coaster. Oh no, the diving coaster is...
Diving coaster is not
underwater tunnel.
Senyo, the way I would describe it is it's like someone who was fired from Togo because they couldn't design turns. Started their own company. Because a lot of the drops and a lot of the turns and pretty much every part of it was shaky and square wheels and one train, and you had to walk up like 5 floors to get to it.
Oh my god, it was confusing. Which way do we walk? Do we go this way? No, that's a dead end. No, we go back.
Do we go this way? No, that's the exit. Do we go this way? No, that's the other exit. Do we go this way? No, that's how the operators get there. But where's the entrance?
Yeah.
Like, they weren't really labeled.
Or they might have been, but we just didn't understand. A lot of people were
Yeah.
like, oh, follow us. We're going there.
Mm-hmm. Then
The family banana coaster.
This park is like they have a separate park or section, I should say, that's pretty much across a big river. So it's
You have
kind
to
of
cross
odd.
over a bridge and
You have
then
to
walk a good distance
you have
to.
to walk next to a road, and it's like I am really shocked that they haven't designed like a pontoon bridge over it or something.
Hmm.
That might also result in issues. Um, but it was funny. I was with, should I say his name?
Mm-mm.
I was with this guy, and after the diving coaster, I said I want to ride the log flume because my knees and my legs are like kind of sore because you get banged around a lot. Then we went on then he got on the family banana coaster, and then afterwards he was like, "No roller coaster rider, you need to ride the log flume after this coaster."
Yeah, everybody was
So,
having to sit
yeah.
sideways. If you were tall or large, long legs, yeah, you were kind of very sitting sideways,
Um,
very yeah, uncomfortable.
it was like a Zamperla family coaster style, but maybe more like a knockoff style like that, like by someone who didn't know how
Well, it was
how
by
turn,
Senyo.
yeah, how turns work on rides, and didn't really design, spinal cords,
You didn't have to design
Yeah.
spinal cords. You're born
or
with
designing the ride to so that way people would still have backs, and it was just really painful. We were gonna do the log flume, but because it was really hot, we instead decided to do like the ice museum or the ice walkthrough. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Yes. Quite
Um,
chilly.
Yeah, it was like in the 70s or 80s. Like I was kind of warm and sweating, so I was like, "Hey, let's go in this. It's free." So we went in it, and it was like
Really
was-
cold.
it
You
was
wanted to get
cold.
out.
it was no, it was cold, but it was also kind of comfortable.
Yeah. But by the time we got
Like,
to the
they have
end,
a
it was
room-
like, oh, we have to go out. Oh, no.
They have a room that's like 50 degrees to like get you used to it, and then they have like the 30-degree room. And so there's a lot of like ice displays and ice carvings.
Hmm.
I touched it, and then I saw a sign that said no touching.
Right.
Uh,
Because you'll melt the ice.
I'm sorry. Hopefully I can't get sued.
I don't think
Hopefully
you will.
Illinois is out of Tokyo Police's jurisdiction. uh, and then when we got out, as you can tell, both Kay and I are wearing glasses. And for anyone with glasses, you know that if you go from someplace cold to someplace hot,
They
you
fog
fog up.
Yeah.
You might as well have put paper over my glasses because I could see probably better that way. I was like trying to clean them. I was trying to clean them and walk at the same time, and I was like, where are you?
Right, because
Can someone help me?
we were running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to make sure. And the one thing about the water rides there and the log rides at the different parks, the louder you screamed.
Well, I was gonna. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
No, you
Go
can say
ahead.
it.
The louder you scream, the more points you get. And I believe the top screamers was from our group,
Mm-hmm.
Ace, and they won socks or something. I forget exactly what they won. I thought it was a pair of socks or something. But
The big guy up there would approve.
yeah.
So, me and this guy, we did the log flume. It didn't bang our knees, so that was good.
Yes.
And then we still had we still had some money left on our wristband. Where did you go? Well, after the log flume,
I don't remember.
because
Did we go looking for souvenirs or food or something?
it was something like I was asked.
Or something to drink
I
or
tried.
something?
Yeah, that's where we tried the pink bubble soda, where it just pretty
Oh,
much tasted like peach, or yeah, it just tastes like peach, but it looked like bubblegum soda. Um, the last thing that I did, I wish I could remember the name of it. I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll put a tag in at the end, or maybe not. Um, it was a dark ride. However, this is a dark ride that is odd, very odd. I'll use I'll use the brochure for Joypolis to show you what I'm talking about. You get into this car, and it's a typical shooting dark ride. Um, and you see a bunch of sets. So I'm thinking, and they give you the guns, or they give you that thing. So I'm thinking, okay, so you just like shoot like this. That's my thought. I mean, like at worst, it's gonna be like Toy Story Mania, except it's gonna have sets, so it's already better than Toy Story Mania. Not so much, because on this ride, you look at this like thing, which is about the size of a typical remote control, and I'll put it like this so you can see. And so as you're going through it, you're essentially doing Candy Crush during this ride. Like there are sets that you should be looking at, but you're just like pressing buttons like this to try to like get rid of like some. I have no idea what the theme of it was. So as opposed to looking at the sets, you're instead just looking at a screen and you're just pressing buttons. Drew, if Tomb Blasters upset you, you your head will explode if you rode this. Like you would be like, this had some cool theming, and we were instead just looking at this little thing. He would have been pretty upset.
Challenged.
Yeah, let me see. Is there anything else? Oh, okay. Then after this, then I think that was the last park where we said goodbye to the people that didn't want to do the rest of the trip.
Was it?
Yeah,
Not everybody didn't go to SeaParadise?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Because I think we did the, or what? Yeah, I think after Cosmoworld, then we got on the bullet train. And then we did See Paradise.
I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure.
You sure it wasn't after the zoo or circuit? Or
No,
Parque España?
no.
Huh. Because we were at the one hotel, then we went to another hotel, then we did the speed train. You had the trip over there, right? The trip guide?
Stalled.
Okay. So we're wondering where Ace is going to go in 2 years.
Where do you want to go?
It doesn't matter to me at this point. Have to just see what are the lands that they pick if they try to do Italy again, or they try to do South Korea, or somewhere else, Canada. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Are you correct?
Yeah, we did the. Wait.
We did the bullet train one.
No, we do See Paradise, then we do the bullet train.
Okay.
So you were right.
And SeaParadise was the one that was on the water almost, right?
See Paradise is kind of like uh, Japan's answer to SeaWorld. I would probably say more of Marineland because they have plenty of sea animals. They don't have plenty of rides. And so then there's the what's the
By
coaster?
Toga.
The Togo, the surf coaster Leviathan. I wonder if Canada's Wonderland will get sued. Because their coaster is called Leviathan. It's not bad, but it's also not great. Like, it's one of those things where, probably someone like Morgan Manufacturing or Arrow or Intamin or B&M or a lot of companies could have probably taken this style of ride type and punched it up with like some more hills and like some airtime. This one it looks big and it probably is big, but it feels like an extended uh Galaxy or Wildcat style of coaster if you're familiar with that model. It just feels like a big version of that.
Did we see much of the animals?
No, you went on a you went on like their tower ride, like Skytrack Tower or Space Spiral at Cedar Point, and I went on one of the uh what was the rapids ride called? Talk for a second.
I don't remember. I don't remember which level or this park had like four or more different levels or
No,
areas, didn't it? Four floors or something.
no, this is the park that's on the island.
Yeah, it seemed like it was in different areas. It seemed like it was spread out for an
It was
island.
very spread out. It's like they could easily put in like probably 15 more rides and maybe one or two other coasters and not and have plenty of room left over. So then I went on the Aqua Ride 2.
Okay.
It's a rapids ride, but you really don't get wet.
Yeah. See, they had four areas.
I
Different
thought you said they had four
aquariums.
floors.
Or four floors. I thought maybe four
Um
areas.
so yeah, I went on the Aqua Ride 2. It's a rapids ride. You don't really get that wet. I think I got maybe a few sprinkles, but like after a half an hour, I probably forgot that I even went on the ride, and I think I went on it twice. It has a very long queue line. So long that I think I walked up the exit and they were like, ride. And I'm like, okay. Anything else you want to say about SeaParadise?
Mm, no, I don't really remember that much of this one.
You went on this tower ride.
Didn't you go on that too? A lot
No.
of people went on that.
Oh, I went on it afterwards.
Sea Paradise
Uh,
Tower.
I went on it afterwards, trying to find you.
Oh, okay. Because this was one park that we
It
did
was a giant park, yeah.
kind of go different ways on.
Um, so that's it with the three parks. So if you only care about the theme parks, bye.
Bye.
So the bullet train. Um, you were supposed to get something to eat before the bullet train, and they probably could be okay with like two McDonald's and a Burger King in this
Terminal.
terminal,
Train terminal.
or even a Subway or something.
But you got to figure you were in Japan. You were
Yeah.
in Tokyo.
You thought that it was gonna be one of those one of those things where you can get the food like within a minute or something.
It was going to
The
be.
food vending machine things.
Yeah.
And I think Japan is okay with like Burger King and McDonald's because we saw McDonald's several times.
Yes.
I don't know about Burger King.
Mm-mm.
Um, so I got like two pre-made hot dogs with onions, and did I get a soda or water?
I think we did.
Okay,
Because
and
this was one train. You normally do not eat on the trains or buses, but the
mhm,
bullet train you could eat on. And they actually had a lady come down the aisle with a cart selling things.
like green tea ice cream.
Ugh, yeah. I had to try it. It was just a small container, but oh my God. No, I did not like it.
I don't even remember it.
I
What didn't you get like chips or something at the department store or something?
don't know if I got dried squid or something.
You didn't get scorpion on a stick.
No.
That's a
No,
throwback
thank
in the
you.
Loop Live fans.
I got what I could get.
So anyway, we went on the
Spring
bullet train.
rolls
Yeah.
or something.
So we went on the bullet train, and my thought was it was going to be like super smooth, and you just felt like you were like,
Taking off quick for a coaster or something.
like it was gonna like launch you, and you were gonna go at like 200 miles an hour, and it was gonna be super smooth. It feels maybe when you're maybe when it's during the daytime and you look out and you see stuff moving, you might feel like you're going 200 miles an hour.
But when we went through some of the train stations, it was just like a blur,
Mm-hmm.
lights, and you couldn't even read the name of the station.
Mm-hmm.
I'd hate to be the people where they're like, take a step back, train approaching.
Yeah, Kay wanted me to make sure that I found a spot or I found a seat for her. So I was like, Kay, come on, come on, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, because we had to get on, you had to give 1 minute for the people to get off the train and 1 minute for everyone to get on.
Mm-hmm.
So we used 3 doors to get however many people we had on this trip on. And we did it. We made it on.
Bullet Train didn't live up to the hype for me.
We traveled a lot of miles quickly, though.
Yeah, but it didn't live up to the hype. Like, I don't know, maybe if it was during the daytime and I was seeing how fast I was going, that might be something. But with it at night, it's kind of like when you're in a plane. You don't feel like you're going 5,000 miles an hour.
Well, when I went to the back of the train to use the washroom, most of the men that were on the train, not many women, most of the men that were on the train were all sleeping.
Did
So
I also sleep?
I think you dozed off a little
Okay.
bit. But I believe that many of the businessmen lived like a ways away. So during the week, they would just stay right in Tokyo and on the weekends go home to be with their family. I think that's more what the bullet train was being used for.
I thought it was just used to get people from one section to another
Well, it
fast.
could be, but most of the people that were in that train behind us, I felt like they were all businessmen or something. They were all like in business suits and things like that, not just casual in jeans or khakis or anything. So,
Okay, is there anything else you want to say about the three parks?
no, I think we covered them pretty well.
Okay, join us next time where we're gonna talk about uh what what's the next episode? Join us next time where we're gonna talk about what would happen if Six Flags built Indiana Jones, what happens when you get a lot of rain, and we're gonna go to the Cedar Point of Japan. Drew the intern approves. Okay, bye.
Bye bye.